Let's move over to this story. The bodies of 3 crew members have been recovered after the South African Civil Aviation Authority aircraft went down near Robertson Pass outside Mossel Bay. The aircraft took off on a calibration mission, Fight for George, after 10 this morning and lost contact with the airport 10 minutes later. For more on this story, we are now joined by SABC News reporter Siphiwe Hobase, who joins us from Cape Town. Good evening and welcome to The Full View. What do we know about this particular crash?
Good evening, Aldrin, and our viewers at home. What we know is that this plane took off from George Airport at 20 to 11 this morning. And then 10 minutes after the flight, it disappeared off the radar. And according to the Western Cape Health Department, it crashed at around 11:30 in the morning. And they started dispatching people to go and try and assist the authorities. But however, at 2 o'clock, that's when they actually found the bodies, and those bodies have been retrieved now from the aircraft, and they have been taken to the morgue. And then currently now the scene has been cleared until tomorrow. That's when our personnel are going to go back. And I presume that it will be to try and assess how will they get the wreckage out of that mountainous terrain. As you've mentioned, this happened on the Robertson Pass. This is the pass that connects Mossel Bay to Oudtshoorn. It's quite a mountainous terrain, so it must be difficult from there for them to actually get in there. We actually saw there was 2 helicopters on the scene, one from SNDF and another one from SkyMed, that were assisting with this whole search and rescue mission. But we know that eventually turned now into a recovery of the bodies, which have since been recovered. Aldrin?
From the preliminary investigations and from the information that's currently available, do we know what led to this crash?
Unfortunately, not at this stage, but we do know that the Civil Aviation Authority has indicated that it will hold a press conference tomorrow up in Johannesburg. Perhaps that is when they will actually be able to share some more details or shed some more light into this accident. We've also tried to actually get hold of other personnel, like the police and stuff. And unfortunately, we haven't been able to reach them to find out exactly what might have caused this. So perhaps now our only hope would be that press conference that will be called by the Civil Aviation Authority tomorrow in Johannesburg.
Siphiwe, do you know by any chance whether any of the family members of these 3 crewmen were on the scene?
Not. I was at the scene earlier on. I didn't see any family members whatsoever. The only people that were there were emergency personnel from the EMS, the police, ambulance services, and various other, like the police. I didn't see any family members on the scene because they actually stationed just outside a community in Raitenbos, where there is a school. That's where there was the incident command center from, and that's where all these vehicles were parked. There were no family members that I could see inside.
Did you, by any chance, see the wreckage itself? Can you tell us if you did see the wreckage and whether or not it could have burst into flames?
Unfortunately not, Aldrin. As I'm saying that this is quite a mountainous terrain. So I presume that it is only like up, like inside the mountains, because even now they had to call off the inspection that they were doing because of the bad weather, saying that they cannot continue. That's when now they took a decision that they will continue tomorrow morning. So it's quite a rough terrain, difficult to access via land. So it's even difficult for you to actually see once that crash has happened, like inside the mountains.
Thank you so much for your time. That is Siphiwe Hobase joining us there from Cape Town. A horrific accident that took place there in the mountainous areas around Cape Town. 3 crewmen who have now died, and as it has indicated that the Civil Aviation Authority will have a press briefing tomorrow to give us further updates.